Premier League wages.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one, and the only way forward, if Rashford doesn't perhaps want to find himself, he might find himself back at Manchester United, but probably earning a lot of money to see out his contract, but not actually playing.
Yeah.
And top footballers want to play for the most part, and possibly the same applies to Sancho. He would have been signed originally on a lot of money,
Yeah.
so I don't believe Anurin would want to play either of them.
Yeah.
As I say, this is what we perceive, what we read, so on about these things. So I don't know what will happen, but if they were to agree to take a lot less money, maybe they would find other clubs would come in for them as well. They probably would, because potentially they're both very good players.
Yeah. Yeah. Now he's got a fresh problem, ain't it, Amorim? Bruno Fernandes. He's been wanted by Real Madrid. So, you know, I mean that's about the only player that I know that is actually, playing up to or trying to play up to standards. And now he's
Yeah,
gonna leave. He's gonna leave. So, and they've got a lot of injuries at the moment. What's his name? I mean, Ahmad. Ahmad is still not. Ahmad Diallo is still not fit to play. So, he's just his problems just keep
mm.
compounding, don't it? Amarim. So I don't know what's gonna happen with him. But funny enough, from everything that I read about Amarim and stuff like that, none of the fans seem to blame him. They love him.
No, they don't. No,
Do they? Do they
nor
not?
should they.
All
No, no,
right.
I don't think they should. I mean, he's come into the team. He's come in
Right.
as the manager,
Yeah.
and he's inherited a team that was not firing on all cylinders by any means.
Right.
So nobody could say at this stage it's his team. It's got any or many of people he's chosen to play for them.
Yeah.
So I think there's an understanding that he's not being properly judged. He can't be judged until he's had another season where in the summer they get some players in. I
Yeah.
know he's told Bruno Fernandes that he won't let him go. Now that implies that Fernandes still has some time on his contract still to go,
All
because I
right.
think it will be a serious loss to Manchester United to lose him. I mean, he's
Yeah.
the pivot. Everything goes around him, and yeah, he is of the standard, in my view, that Real Madrid would want. He's a
Yeah.
top class footballer. He really is,
It
and
is.
they would miss him horribly. Without him, I think they could have found themselves in the relegation zone this year. He just holds it all together. But as I say, I saw the other day that the manager has said he won't let him go. So I suppose every player ultimately has a price. If Real Madrid offered a massive sum that Manchester United couldn't refuse, then maybe he will get there. But if he's still under contract, again,
Yeah.
it would depend. Is there a release clause amount? So that if a club offers 120 million or whatever,
Yeah.
they've got to let him go. I don't know. Nowadays, most of the top players do have a release clause, don't they? Which is
Yeah.
how they escape a contract. But I don't know whether Fernandes has, but it would be a sad loss. But for him, I always feel he's very loyal. He's a player, he's a complete footballer in the sense he gives everything. You can see his will to win, his determination, his abilities, his simple abilities on free kicks and his passing, everything. He's a 100%er in every way. He's got a good engine, as they might say. So, all credit to him. He's not sort of gone a bit sulky because the team isn't up to standard and not bothered just earning his money. I think he puts himself into every game. So he's a great advert, a great role model for any footballer, really, that when things aren't going. I think he puts himself into every game. So he's a great advert, a great role model for any footballer, really, that when things aren't going well for the team, you still, beaver away, you still keep at it. And all credit to him for that. I think it'd be a loss not just to Manchester United, but actually to the Premier League. He's a player I love to watch. There's probably not many players. There are some. I mean, obviously, I support Palace, and we've got a few very good players. So I pay to watch them through a season ticket year after year. But in terms of what I pay to go and see a particular footballer, probably not too many of them, but Bruno Fernandes is definitely one. I love watching his football brain. You can just see it. His positional sense, where to be. He's got this instinct that good footballers with good football brains have got, and you see it in his performance on the field. So yeah, I'd certainly pay to see him and a few others, of course. But yeah, it'd be a real loss if he does go. But maybe it'll be inevitable because Real Madrid have got the resources to give big money and to cover his wages. If they really want him, they'll pay him what he wants, and they'll pay Manchester United what they want. So it'll be an interesting one to see what happens there.
Now this one is a bit of a controversial one. Fabio Capello used to be the manager of the England
manager, yeah.
England manager at one time, and he made a comment on one of his podcasts that he was invited onto, and he said that the Manchester City manager now, Pep Guardiola, that's his name, yeah. So he said Pep Guardiola's style of play that he brought to England is damaged the English football, tact or pattern or whatever. He said, well, he did it and he won all these titles, and now everybody wants to adopt that style of play. Now, I don't know what to make of it. What do you make of it?
Well, it's not one I would say I disagree with that. Right. I mean, we all hold Pep Guardiola in high esteem, and rightly so. I think most football people do. He's been refreshing. I think his post-match or pre-match, both in the interviews before and after the matches, he always comes with an honesty. You know, if he's been angry with the ref or whatever, you know.